Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who's B, it's your girl KylerB coming at you with a new video. So today we're going to be talking about just a bit of like a social commentary video about, the state of the world, the things that are trending right now to really be discussed from the media. So we basically have a list of things that are like currently talked about, trending a bit in the media. So we're just having a little bit of social commentary. If you guys don't know about my channel, I do lifestyle entertainment videos such as vlogs, reaction reviews, and as well as this social commentary. So if you like what you hear, you like what you see, definitely be sure to subscribe to my channel and turn on your post notifications so you can be alerted on every new video I drop. Yeah, so the first biggest thing right now that, we have to talk about is the TikTok ban. So on March 13th, the House of Representatives decided to pass a ban on banning TikTok. Their reasoning is that since TikTok is not an American, owned company of social media and is owned by, a Chinese organization, Chinese CEO, they don't like that, TikTok is having information coming from American citizens and is being, held by a Chinese CEO, Chinese owner. They want it to be everything, all social media to be in-house. So they're saying that if the Chinese CEO does not sell their the TikTok to an American company, they're gonna ban it. That's basically what it is, because they want everything to be in-house. So anyways, if Senate also passed the ban, for TikTok, and then President Biden signs that, then TikTok is banned. Apple and Google Play will not be allowed to have the app able to download unless you have like third-party situations or VPNs or whatever, but that's another story. But other than that, you would not be able to download TikTok from Apple Store or Google Play. Thing is that it's kind of funny how quickly Congress can move their feet on certain issues that seem, smaller in retrospect to what we're facing right now. We have inflation, gun laws and gun violence. We have, child care, health care, all that situations that, people not being able to see their pensions or, Social Security, like what's going on there? Like we're moving our feet for a TikTok ban because you think it's a cyber risk because it's owned by a Chinese CEO and a Chinese corporation. But we have a lot of things in-house that we have to fix before we jump over to TikTok, because that's not really a flight risk. And 170 million Americans use TikTok, and a lot of people actually become wealthy off of that clock app, really and truly. A recent, person that just got famous or, obviously made lucrative things just because of that app is Risa Tisa. Risa Tisa made her 8-hour story, 50-part story. She got sponsorships from this, help this company, that company. People want to take her, on their air company to London, because that was one of her spots that she wanted to go to. She got signed by CAA. She's doing Netflix, promotion, stuff like that. And it's just like, over her sharing her 8-hour story, she, became an overnight sensation. Got signed by CAA, like how big that is, CAA, and having Netflix actually put her in promotions for other movies and things like that. Like, do you understand? Over just putting her information or her videos out on a clock app. Like that's what TikTok does for people. There are pros and cons to TikTok as an app in itself, just like how every other app, social media app there is. There's pros and cons. There can be a spread of misinformation. People will just be like, share a video, the video get popular overnight, and it could be a video based on false stuff. But also TikTok as a whole does, more for a lot of people, can reach a lot of people. People have TikTok shops where they actually make money for selling their own products and stuff like that through TikTok. So with that all to say is that also during another election year, 4 years ago, Facebook was facing the same cyber risk with Zuckerberg. Basically, with the whole election situation with another country, being intervening with the situation, when it has that whole situation with Facebook. But TikTok is where you have to pass a ban. Facebook literally had this whole situation where, misinformation, the thing about votes or whatever being in news media every single day when the election was happening. But no ban here, but you want to ban TikTok.
Hi everyone, it's Show here. Just wanted to share some thoughts with our US users about the disappointing vote in the House of Representatives. There has been a lot of misinformation, and I hope to clarify some things. First, thank you to our incredible community. You are what makes TikTok so special. Thank you for making your voices heard. Over the last few years, we have invested to keep your data safe and our platform free from outside manipulation. We have committed that we will continue to do so. This legislation, if signed into law, will lead to a ban of TikTok in the United States. Even the bill sponsors admit that that's their goal. It has given our 170 million users a platform to freely express themselves and has empowered more than 7 million businesses in the United States. Our platform matters to the small business owners who rely on TikTok to make ends meet, to the teachers who inspire millions of students to learn, and to everyone who discovers and finds joy on TikTok.
You want to ban TikTok? I don't really think it needs to be banned at all. I mean, that's just my stance on that. I would like to see more of, those successful people from this app to be on the front lines, advocating to not have a ban, protesting against the ban, because, obviously their success came from the viewers from the Clock app. But other than that, that's one of the biggest things of today on the social media right here. That was one of the things. The next thing on our list is the whole Kate Middleton disappearance. So, there was a picture. They posted a picture because everybody was like, where's Kate? Where's Kate? Kate had the, abdominal surgery, and she's been, out of the public eye for like 2 months. So it was Mother's Day in the UK, and she decided to post a picture of herself, seemingly, and her 3 kids. We come to find out, somebody, I guess, did their digging, find out that the picture was edited, photoshopped, whatever. So then Kate Middleton actually went on Twitter and decided to say, apologize for the Photoshop, whatever, and then the British public actually removed the picture. So then, from there on, it's just like, where's Kate? What happened to Kate? Why would you admit on Twitter that the photo was, photoshopped and, this and that? Then there, came out about rumors about, William having a mistress, allegedly, and this is the mistress in the photos or whatever. They actually put a face to the name of this rumored mistress. So just like a bunch of things about Kate Middleton, I feel, and then the state of the British monarchy. Because after Queen Elizabeth died, Charles became next in line. He is the king now. So with that being said, he's facing, health-related, issues such as cancer. So if anything happens to him, William and Kate are the next in line to be king and queen. So now that we're having a bunch of these issues between Kate, we're not seeing Kate, we don't have a sign of life, currently of her, and seemingly that there's a rabbit hole of, edited pictures, or they're just putting her picture in this photo to make it seem like she's actually there when she's not there, all that stuff. With that being said, the state of the British monarchy. The state of the British monarchy basically became alive with their marriage because Queen Elizabeth has ruled for about 70 plus years. So, it's been stagnant. So with having, their marriage, their union, was like, okay, this is the next in line. This might be the next king and queen, potentially, if anything happens to Elizabeth and Charles. So with this, the UK might be in shambles if, they might get divorced. Divorce with the British monarchy is not as easy or as it seems, with anybody else. This is like a monarchy. This is like their history. This is where they go off of so if they get divorced, what happens? Because Harry and Meghan, they're no longer in the UK. They're in the US. They fled. So it's who's next in line? If that actually comes into fruition, it will just put their whole country in shambles. So that was another topic that was trending throughout the week was, where's Kay? Why can't they just take a picture to show a sign of life that she's alive and just be I'm here, I'm alive? Why would she go on social media and actually admit that she, edited the picture or whatever? But yeah, that is what it is. And then this whole mistress situation coming to light, and being brought out publicly, it's just a lot of these situations were kept under lock and key, but now it's being brought to light, being part of speculation and rumor, and it's just not a good look right here for the UK. Next thing is that, Beyonce, she finally released the name of her Act 2 album, Cowboy Carter, which the name seemingly, allegedly, Carter is basically supposed to be an ode to the OG of the actual Cowboys and their music and stuff like that. Dolly Parton revealed that Beyonce is doing a rendition of Jolene. So there was a lot of talk about the Cowboy Carter because it was okay, since her last name with Jay-Z is Carter, it might be okay, she just sang Cowboy Carter for her husband's name, but people did their research and said that the actual names of the Cowboys and the people who did country music was actually black people, and they were actually named Carters and stuff like that. So there's that. Act 2 is being released March 29th, so we'll see if there's any more to that. She hasn't really done any promo for this album besides the the halftime show, and then she released her Hurricane line. So there's that. But Cowboy Carter is coming out March 29th, so there's that. We have a new little poll recently that just popped up the other day, how there was 2/3 of adults have liked staying home and streaming a movie than going to the movies. And there's a lot of factors of reason why that is the case, because due to the pandemic, everybody had to stay home. There was no movies, there was no movie theaters to go to. You had to stay home. So streaming services kind of had to capitalize on, where everyone's in their home. Let's, have these box office type of movies. So people like staying home to watch their movies because you're not paying these prices for popcorn and soda and food. You're not sitting in whatever type of chair, at the movie theaters. And also, you're not seeing the movie one time. You could pause the movie, replay the movie, go to the bathroom and not miss something. So that's why, probably 2/3 of adults probably said what, going to the movie is probably a waste of time and waste of money. I'd rather just sit at home and just watch the movie at the comfort of my own home, have my own food. I don't need to go to the movies. But the thing is that the movies is actually an experience. Although, it's only a one-time thing. Unless you pay your money to see another time. The theater has an experience that is not, you're not going to get that at home. And and during the pandemic, people were talking about how they missed going to the movies. So it's kind of funny how still 2/3 of the adults, are like, you know what, I'd rather just watch movies at home. But due to inflation, things of that nature, the pandemic, I guess people just like the fact that you can just see things at home. Before streaming, the movies is where it was. Like, you couldn't have seen the movie on, at home or on the computer or online. You would have to be in those lines at the movie theater getting a ticket. Nowadays, people are just like, oh, I might see it, or I'll just wait until it gets on streaming. Like, people really just have that choice. Like, for movies to actually come on DVD, you would have to wait like a real long time for them to come on DVD. Now, you just wait like a week or 2 weeks, and they're like, you can buy it at home, watch it, stream it. And obviously, there's other third-party websites you can see it on within the next week or a couple of days, really, sometimes. But other than that, like, there's a lot of factors why people like the stay-at-home experience and going outside for stuff. Like, people, like, just like, look at Black Friday. Everyone's buying their stuff online. Who's going out to the stores like that? Not a lot of people. Black Friday, people used to wait outside in the wee hours of the morning for the sales. People would rather just stay home, do that, get online, because you're not getting a proper sale. Why would you do that? Like, people don't really like going outdoors a lot, and that's due to the moderations of things and like the upgradings of things and stuff like that in online situations. But it's just like tradition. Like, we used to be a proper country, and like now it's just like I'd rather just do it online, do it at home. Like, we're not going outside anymore. So I definitely want to make a point about streaming as a whole and TV shows, because look at Invincible. Invincible went on a 3-month hiatus after releasing 4 episodes weekly. They went on a 3-month hiatus, came back on March 14th. The thing is, they lose their hype by doing that. The show is only 8 episodes. Imagine an 8-episode show taking a 3-month hiatus just to release another 4 episodes weekly. This is not a 22 or 23 episode show. This is a 8-episode show on streaming. Okay? The episodes were already done. Why would you take a 3-month break on Invincible and lose its hype? The show itself is very good, but I think a lot of streaming as a whole really kind of like ruin the 22 episode format. Like, every show is 8 episodes, 10 episodes, or even 12 if you're lucky. But we need to bring back 22 episode shows. Like, we don't have that. We need to like really stray away from this 8 episode format. Invincible really lost its hype. And another show that is doing the same thing is Chucky. Chucky released 4 episodes. Chucky released in October because it's basically a Halloween themed show. It's a Halloween themed show. So basically, so they released 4 episodes. They're telling us that their next 4 episodes is not going to get released until April. Why would I want to see something horror or scary in springtime? Like, Chucky, why would they do that? And I think that the reason why a lot of this is happening is because of the strikes. I guess the shows or the companies did not want to release all the episodes at once, or as quickly as they did, because they didn't know if the riot or actor strike would have ended when they did. So they did not want, I guess, a show to be canceled or something like that. But I don't understand, why would you release a Chucky show in the middle of spring? Like, the show started in October. The season started in October. Why would I wait for 8 episodes? A full complete season of 8 episodes. And you're going to show us weekly in April to May. The situation is really absurd. I mean, I'll talk a little bit more. If you guys want me to talk a little bit more about like this whole TV production thing of streaming services, and like how this whole, writers and actors strike basically put a whole damper on what we're able to watch. Because besides reality TV, really and truly, there's nothing to watch per se. Like, all the shows that got renewed have not made a comeback. We're gonna wait for middle of summer to the end of, fall, winter for those shows to come back. Bridgerton season 3 should have made its comeback in December. They're telling us they're not gonna come back until May. And it's gonna be a 2-parter. Why would you do a 2-parter for an 8-episode show? Like, what are we doing? Why are we doing 2-parters? Why are we doing 2-parters? It's 8 episodes. Like, we're not doing mid-season finales for an 8-episode show. Bridgerton shouldn't have a 2-part at all, because it's not even a murder mystery. This is a romance, based on a romance novel. Like, why are we doing 2-parters? Like, please. I think the only 2-parter that made sense was Stranger Things. And then they did that with You season 4, which was kind of like, why are we doing 2-parters? But other than that, like, if you're not a 22-episode show, 2-parters, mid-season finales are not necessary. Like, sorry to hold you, but they're not necessary. But yeah, we need to do better streaming services. But yeah, if you want me to talk about this in another video, I will. Let me know in the comments below. But yeah. So anyway, guys, if you guys like this video, like the video, comment down below, let me know your thoughts, comments, concerns, and subscribe to my channel, subscribe. And everything you guys watching this video, peace.